Okay, so then for instance, here in the song Feel Like Myself from Glass Sunrise, the
Mhm.
female vocalist all the way through the song, who is singing
Yeah.
on that song?
So that's a vote. That's myself. It's myself singing the whole time, but it's a vocal clone of my own voice. I actually might have the demo recording right here on my phone. Let me see if I have it in my files or somewhere in here. I don't remember where I kept it. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So I think this is um, yeah. Sorry, I was listening to it for a second to make sure it was right. Okay, yep, yeah. So this is me singing it before it was. So this is basically the raw vocal before it was converted into the vocal clone
No
right here.
headline, no clear sign, only something fit and fine.
Wow, okay, that's impressive. So you are singing on every song on every album then.
Yeah, well, Glass Sunrise is a little bit different. I didn't really want to advertise it in that way, just because I did use so much vocal cloning. But it was more so me kind of dipping my toes in the water with that album, and it wasn't really something that I was initially going to release at all. But I thought it worked as a good yin and yang piece to the way Dredged Up would be coming out, how Glass Sunrise reminds me a lot of my youth and my childhood and just the music that I listened to growing up. There was a lot of pop music and Christian music, a lot of Christian gospel, chorus type of music. So that's why there are a lot of those influences on Glass Sunrise. It's meant to kind of sound, well, I wanted it to sound like almost, some songs I wanted them to sound like they would play in like a Pixar movie. Some songs I wanted them to sound like a sunny Sunday afternoon, in the form of a dance song. I really wanted it to sound like a bright, sunny, polished, glossy, wholesome dance record, and I feel like that's what it is. Dredged Up strays away from that. Again, it's supposed to represent my uh, early teen years up until now, and then I'm gonna be releasing a few new songs. I have a new song called "Only Basic Bitches," where Red Lipstick. And then I have a new song called Head that's going to be coming out in a couple weeks as well. So I'm excited about those.
Well, I gotta ask you, how did you start producing music? What got you into it?
So I kind of remember the era when I was like, I downloaded my first like digital audio workstation, and I was doing all that, and I was trying to experiment with different programs and seeing what I like to work with. But I of course started with Audacity and recording just goofy stuff in that, and I would take samples or instrumentals or just stems from artist songs that I liked, uh, and I would remix them. I would do that. I would probably started doing that in like 2009. I still have a whole folder of all of those remixes that I made and stuff. I even have the project files. I could probably even dig into those and find those. But then I started working a lot in. I worked a little bit in Pro Tools. I wasn't really a fan of it at the time because uh, I remember just not really being a fan of Pro Tools at the time back in the day. It was around 2012 that I kind of started experimenting with that. I started working with that in FL Studio in Ableton a little bit later. And through the years, I've kind of always gone back to FL Studio, and I've been producing beats in that program for as long as I can remember since I've bought it. I think that was in 2010.
Okay, so last question before you gotta head out of here. Is your hair a wig? James from Muskegon, Michigan called and said one thing, man at a wig, and that's it. What do you think?
No.
Okay, so you heard one thing. If you see Alex McKee on stage, if he stage dives, if he jumps into the crowd, please do not pull on his hair. It will not come off.
Thank you.